January 17, 1966, the day Nigeria changed forever. After the country's first ever military coup, Major General Johnson Aguiyi-Ironsi took charge. But what was his vision for Nigeria? What did he say in his very first press conference? And how did this moment shape our nation's history? Today, we dive deep into history as I react to this rare footage of Aguiyi-Ironsi's first press conference. Was it the beginning of military rule in Nigeria, or was it a necessary intervention? Stay tuned as I break it down. Credit to Adeyinka Makinde, who provided this rare footage. The full video uninterrupted can be viewed on his YouTube channel. Let's get into it.
In the region, there will be military government under a military governor, assisted by an advisor who is the last person to hold the office of the regional governor. The normal function of government in each region will be carried on by the permanent secretaries in the region, and they will be directly responsible to the military government there. The regional military government are directly responsible to the head of the federal military government and the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Public corporations and other separate bodies, such as local government, will continue to function under the appropriate ministries. All existing laws, regulations, orders, and official instructions remain in force, wherever applicable, until either modified or abrogated by the federal military government.
Will there be threat censorship during this regime?
I do not think that I should start off with press censorship. But I may impose censorship if it became necessary. My main concern is to restore law and order as soon as possible.
Okay, so what led to this speech? On January 15, 1966, a group of young military officers led by Major Chukwuma Kaduna Nzeogwu staged Nigeria's first coup, overthrowing Prime Minister Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa and killing key political and military leaders, mainly from the northern and western region, midwestern region as well. The coup leaders failed to take control, leading to Major General Aguiyi-Ironsi, the highest ranking military officer, assuming power. On the 17th of January 1966, Ironsi held his first press conference, which we've just watched together, to justify the military takeover and explain the new direction for Nigeria. So let's break this down. What did he say? He declared that the federal military government had taken over to restore law and order. He also stated that the parliamentary system was suspended and Nigeria was now under military rule. So prior to him doing this speech, Nigeria had a parliamentary system with 3 regions, I believe. I think it was North, East, and Western regions, if I remember correctly. My analysis is that his tone was firm but calm, trying to reassure Nigerians that the military was in control. Secondly, he framed the coup as a necessary action to prevent chaos, not as a personal power grab. The mention of law and order was key. He wanted to show that military rule was temporary and for stability. Now, my question is this: did Ironsi truly intend for military rule to be temporary? Put it in the comment section. Tell me what you guys think. Or was this the beginning of a new political era? Where the military would dominate, as we saw, for many years to come. Now, what did he say about the reasons for the coup? He accused the previous government of corruption, ethnic favoritism, and inefficiency. I'm talking about the parliamentary government headed by Sir Tafawa Balewa. He also stressed that the military had no choice but to intervene due to national instability. Really? He used strong anti-corruption language to justify the coup. This was common amongst later military rulers to like Buhari in 1983, etc., etc. However, the original coup plotters, Nzeogwu and Co., never planned to hand over power to Ironsi, which raises suspicions about his real motives. His failure to acknowledge the ethnic imbalance in the killings, most casualties were northern leaders, later created mistrust against his government. Another question, was this truly about restoring Nigeria, or did certain groups benefit more from the coup? He also said that the military government would rule fairly without ethnic bias. He called for national unity and end to tribalism. Long queue. Just getting to the end of this, he refused to set a timeline for civilian rule, which made a lot of political leaders worry of his government. And it did a whole bunch of other things that I'll probably cover in another video. But the key takeaways from the speech: he justified military rule, he blamed political instability, he called for national unity, and he also avoided setting a timeline for democracy. So my final verdict: was his speech effective? It was calm. It had a reassuring tone. It had a clear justification for military rule, but there were weaknesses in that speech. He did not address northern fears. There was no clear plan for returning to civilian rule, and it had a unification policy which later backfired. So was Aguiyi-Ironsi truly Nigeria's first savior, or did he make things worse? Right? I would like you to put your comments in the comment section. Do you think Nigeria would have been different if Ironsi had handled things differently? Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment, and I'll see you in the next video.